We made it. We made it through the weekend, y'all. And what a beautiful weekend it was. I got to spend the weekend with other people, with men in my sponsorship family. And for those of y'all that don't know what a sponsor is someone. It's not someone that's uh, pays you to drive in a race or something. This is someone that teaches you something you don't know, right? Somebody that's there for you, that's a guiding hand in your new way of life. I have a sponsor. He's been clean 34 years, I think. But we have these get togethers. It's called sponsorship. We get together and man, we just talk about life, man. And I can tell you a couple of the topics of the over the weekend was what God does or doesn't mean to me. Big hurt, something that's hurt you or things that have hurt you that you're dealing with. Secrets, because secrets keep you sick. That's a good one. Um, Secrets. We have a lighten up thing where we tell jokes and do all that stuff. And then we have a heroes. Who's the heroes in your life, man? And we do this once a year. It's been several years since I've went, but I've never I've always got nothing but good from it. So um, that's why it's so important to have a sponsor and to call him and to be a part of his life. And not all the sponsorship families are like that, but I know that I can call them guys, right, and they're going to answer the phone. So I've felt real disconnected over the years, because I've come in and out, and it was really great to go and to get that connection, man, to feel that connection again. So it's definitely been a good weekend. But making room for humility, February 18th. Understanding that we are not unique is a good indication of humility. It works. Step 7. The disease, I don't know why I have a hard time saying that, of addiction turns us into masters of self-deception. A distorted view of the world might convince us that we're smarter than the average addict. When we're new to Narcotics Anonymous, this outlook can keep us separate from everyone in the rooms and lead us right back out the door. The pain of stubbornly holding on to our perceived uniqueness can keep us stuck in isolation. As one member found, eventually the pain was great enough, and it didn't matter how different I thought I was from everyone else. I was an addict, and if I didn't want to die, I had to start doing some work. Step 7 shows us that in surrounding the defects of denial, we can let go. In surrendering the defects of denial, we can let go of arrogance and pride, creating room for humility and identification within the fellowship. We can see our humility grow when we can sit in a meeting and naturally hear the similarities rather than the differences. When we trust a loving higher power to remove our shortcomings, we begin to make space for our true selves and develop a sense of our place within and in a community. Regardless of how long we have been clean, how old we were when we got here, or our career status, we remain teachable. The gift of humility allows us to learn how to ask for help and take suggestions. Sometimes, even with years clean, we can convince ourselves that our case is different or we are the exception. Calling our sponsors regularly attending meetings, and continuing to practice spiritual principles reminds us that we share meetings that we share the bond of addiction as well as common solutions in NA. Whether we think we are nowhere near that bad or the most flawed person in the room, we eventually find a place where we can be right sized by continuing to work the steps. Today, I'm grateful for freedom from the sharp edges of my uniqueness and find opportunities to identify with my fellow addicts. So, this book is super cool. It's always, right where I'm at. I just spoke about sponsorship, the importance of it, one thing is for sure, two things for certain: anonymity is important, and um, there is no big I's and little U's in NA. There's not supposed to be. Sometimes I think, well, it don't matter what I think, but anyway, there's no big I's and little U's. It doesn't matter where you are in the career. We're all addicts, and we're all here you know, for change, man. To find a new way to live, because no matter what you are, if you held it together, whether you was a park bench junkie or a doctor, stealing pills or whatever in between, the little old lady snatching purses or getting the doctor to write extra scripts for. We're all here for the common thing of addiction, and for the solution, to our problems, to our addiction. February 18th, the recovery partnership. As long as I take it easy and make a commitment with my higher power to do the best I can, I know I will be taken care of today. Many of us feel that our fundamental commitment in recovery is to our higher power. Knowing that we lack the power to stay clean and find recovery on our own, we enter into a partnership with a power greater than we are. We make a commitment to live in the care of our higher power, and in turn, our higher power guides us. This partnership is vital to staying clean, making it through the early days of recovery often feels like the hardest thing we've ever done, but the strength of our commitment to recovery and the power of God's care is sufficient to carry us through. Just for today, our part in the partnership is to do the very best we can each day, showing up for life and doing what's put in front of us, applying the principles of recovery to the best of our ability. We promise to do the best we can, not to fake it, not to pretend to be superhuman, but simply to do the footwork of recovery. In fulfilling our part of the recovery partnership, we experience the care our higher power has provided us. Just for today, I will honor my commitment to a partnership with my higher power. Yeah, so yeah, I do the best I can, man. I mean, I've really struggled with the concept, with the higher power. I do believe in one. There was times that I didn't, and man, I've been through a lot, and I've had a lot of bad things happen to me, and there was a lot of days, man, that I thought God hated me. But I know today that that's not true, man. And to be honest with you, like, it's just a higher power, man. Like, when I first started coming, I'm just like, and there's still a lot of days that I'm just like, yo, the group, when I go to a meeting and I hear something, it's just like, that just, puts me on cloud nine. Just the group is my higher power, man. I don't want to say people, but sometimes people get me going, man. They lift me up, man, and they make me feel good. But when I wake up in the morning, I pray for for God's will to be done in my life, and to keep me clean. And so far, it's been doing good for me, And when I go to bed at night, I thank Him. So, you know. Man, I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I got. You know what I mean? I have been blessed to have absorbed some of this knowledge and to be able to live this stuff in my life. And, I'm slowly but surely putting together some things in my life. And my life is pretty good. It was really bad for a really long time, and I don't have everything I want, but I mean, I really start thinking about a lot of stuff. It's like, do I really need it? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, I'm peaceful, and I can stir that up quick, and that all can change pretty quickly. But man, I just want to say that for all y'all that watch these videos, man, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your comments. You guys say some really sweet things to me, and I appreciate that, man. But I just get on here really just to honestly show y'all that, man, a junkie ass thief like me that just got out of prison, that has been addicted to drugs for a long time, man, that if I can change, you can too. And I just really want to guide people into a different way of life, man. Get the needles out your arm, quit eating, you know what I mean? Just like whatever it takes to be done with that life. And I don't think this is the only way, but this is a way that does work. So and it's the way that I choose. So man, I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good Sunday, man. We'll see you soon.